All right. It's your man right here, the one, the only, that beautiful Rhode Island Red Rooster, one of the original road warlords, and as always, bring you the knowledge and dropping the science in this industry of what we call trucking. Um, 2021, truck flexing. Where is everyone at now and stuff? Where's all the flexing that you was doing back in 2021? Are you doing the same thing in 2022? As you guys come in, give me a quick audio check. Let me know that everything is good, and we will go into tonight's broadcast. If you have not subscribed, hit the subscribe button. Hit the all button so that you can get all notifications. Truck Abdullah, what's going on with you? Let's see, audio is good. Okay, all right. I don't know if I'm speaking through the phone or I'm speaking through this headset here. I'm assuming it's through the headset. But anyway, people thought about. Let's see, I got this message about um, what I was supposed to be doing this year, and what I was telling the subscribers that I haven't forgotten. What happened is that due to situations that came up a little bit sooner than expected, that the situation in the trucking industry is actually going to do the work for me. Right, I'm still haven't forgotten about exposing these guys, but they kind of done it themselves. All in 2021. We seen a bunch of guys posting up on Instagram and talking about that they had these programs. They had these programs and stuff set up, and you can run under their authority, and they'll help you get your authority set. And they had all these collaborations going on. I said, okay, fine, that's good. Because I was making the phone calls and I couldn't find the places that they were supposed to be set up at. I'm like, every time I turn around, they don't have a brick and mortar business, so to speak. They're always showing off their cars and their houses, but never a place of business. And so, how can we be talking about business or collaboration when you don't even have a headquarters? I said, okay, this is all I was seeing through 2021 with everybody getting their SBA loans and PPP loans. They was buying up things and or supposedly buying up things, or for the people that were buying things, they were telling you how to get yourself set up, and you give them money and they will go and get these things established for you. Well, here we are in the fifth month of the 13th day, and it was something about 2022, man. I mean, I can't really put my hands on it, but they just haven't been flexing like they have last year. I haven't seen these. I haven't been bombarded with Instagram posts of people that are up here that are, you know, they supposedly have these businesses and doing these collaborations or whatever. I still, what I am seeing is those who were prepared, those who were set up independently, those that were set up independently, and shout out to them. They continue to do their thing, but I'm just saying, um, the rest of these businesses, where are they? You had your Lamborghinis and your Rolls Royces, and you know, you was dressed all nice and eating all types of good foods, and doing videos on the beachfront talking about how guys need to come and collaborate and get these things done. We got so many drivers that are over here. You got this great big collaboration that's going on, and so I haven't been seeing it. So I mean, but it hasn't. I haven't forgotten. I haven't forgotten, and so I said I was going to do something a little bit better, right, than just talk about these people. I was going to actually go to their own spot locations. I was going to go to their own spot locations. So let me throw out some of the cities that I'm gonna be visiting very soon. Um, and so we're going to be going down to Atlanta, Georgia. We're going to be going down to Atlanta, Georgia, and looking for this particular business. I mean, they certainly put themselves out there and stuff to be a rather large conglomerate, but I mean, at the same time, I try to reach out and I can't find them. So we're gonna be taking a trip down there to Atlanta, and then we're gonna head over there to H Town. We're going over there to Houston because there was supposed to be a couple of businesses over there that was doing some collaboration, so to speak. They was doing some big things over there, so we're gonna go over there to Baytown. We're going to Baytown. We're going to Houston, and then from Houston, we're gonna head up to Dallas, Fort Worth. We're gonna head up there to Dallas, Fort Worth, and there were some businesses that were over there that was talking about they was doing some big things there. So, you know, we're gonna go actually to your location. We're gonna go to your brick and mortar location, this supposed brick and mortar location that you have, and we're gonna sit down and see if we can find you. And then after I leave Dallas Fort Worth, then I'm gonna shoot down to San Antonio. I'm gonna go down there to San Antonio. The same guys and stuff. They're in H Town, they're in Baytown, and H Town, and San Antonio. Gonna take a trip over there, see if I can find them guys. See if I can find them guys over there, and then from there, I'm gonna shoot straight up. I'm shooting straight up, and my final stop is gonna be Chicago, Illinois. My final stop is gonna be Chicago, Illinois. So don't expect me to drive the truck up there. I'm not gonna be driving the truck. That's just gonna be. Yeah, I'm making it too easy for you if I do that because then oh well, I couldn't find the place, and I had to drive around the truck. No, I'm not doing that. I'm not doing that. I'm gonna make time specially for these individuals, and so we're gonna do it the right way. So I'm gonna fly out to your location. I'm gonna rent me a car, and I'm gonna pull up to you. I'm gonna pull up to your parking lot. I'm gonna pull up to your parking lot since you got one, and we're gonna see, just what kind of business you actually have, right? You shouldn't be too hard to find. I mean, after all, I mean, you let us know what kind of car you drive. Let us know what kind of cars you're driving. So, what am I look? I'm looking for the either the Rolls Royce or the looking for the Rolls Royce or the Lamborghini. It's one of the two and stuff. I mean, you shouldn't be too hard to find. You're driving that and stuff, so I'm pretty sure somebody will point me in the right direction, and we'll see if we'll be doing some collaboration, so to speak. But don't get me wrong. I mean, I'm not up. I'm not up. It's not gonna be anything disappointing and stuff. What's going on, Brandon? Uh, it's not gonna be anything disappointing. I already know what to expect when I get there. But it's just, you know, we're gonna see it. Everybody's gonna see it for themselves. Everyone's gonna see it for themselves. Since they want to show everything else, let's show you business. You know, let's show you business. Since you want to do some collaboration, since people should come together, we're gonna go ahead and make it so. I mean, guys, you certainly talk about that you're doing big things on your podcast, right? And I mean, okay, that's fine, that's wonderful. So what I do is that I just call to try to inquire about information, and I can't get the information for some reason. I mean, because if you're doing business, hey, let's sit down and talk business. Let's sit down and talk business. But you certainly get up here and talk about that the people that you're dealing with don't have an understanding of business, and yet here you are doing business. I said, okay, that's fine, that's cool. So let's see what kind of business you're actually doing. Let's see what kind of business you're actually doing. Because when you're talking to somebody that's been out here for 20 years, right? When you're talking to somebody that's been out here for 20 years and I'm comparing notes and I'm looking at the income, some things just aren't adding up. Some things just aren't adding up. And so they say, oh, well, it's because of this particular position you in. Okay, all right, it's fine. So it's like I said, I mean, I haven't made any moves. And the reason why I haven't made any moves is because it's going to be six in one hand, half a dozen in the other. A distinction without a difference. What's the point in me making that move over there if it's not going to increase my income, not one iota. In fact, it's probably going to make things a little bit more difficult for me at the time. So, I mean, I know I don't have certain things set up in play. I don't have certain things set up in play. And so I would certainly love to work with someone who has these things in play because I mean, I'm not about trying to sabotage anything. I want to be the force multiplier because if you got it and I'm looking for it, yeah, I want to do business with you because it can be beneficial for the both of us. That's it. That is if you really have it. And what I'm trying to put the rest is that you don't have it. You don't have it. And the reason why you don't have it is because it don't exist. Because if you had it and it was as easy as you say it was, I would have it because I've been looking for it. I've been looking for it for well over 10 years. I know, you know, I'm saying it exists, but not in the form that you say it exists. Where you could just go and walk right up and sashay yourself in there or whatever whatever it is that you call yourself doing, and then all of a sudden you just got contracts out of the wazoo. It's a complete and utter joke. You know, it's so much of a joke and stuff, man. It makes me think about that Amazon union leader joke. Look it up. That's how much of a joke it is. But you know, when people don't know, when people don't know, I mean, they're gonna assume that what you're talking about is the real deal. And if it's so much of a real deal, I'm simply trying to say, where is it? Because I've been looking for it. I've been trying to put my hands on it. I said, if I could just get one, just one, I'll go and get on out of here. Because they exist, yeah, but they just don't come easy. They just don't come easy. And in certain sectors, in certain sectors, it definitely doesn't come easy because they're more of a cutthroat. It's more of a cutthroat type of business that's going on. You know, like containers, yeah, like in containers, like in intermobile. I didn't know which way I was going to go with it first. I said, yeah, I better go ahead and intermobile. So go ahead and get prepared for that too. I mean, cause I have to show that it's not there, right? Even though people talk about there is there. So we're gonna take a ride all the way up the East Coast. I'm gonna start down there in Miami. I'm gonna work my way on up from Jacksonville to Savannah, from Savannah to Charleston, from Charleston to Wilmington, from Wilmington to Norfolk. Um, for Norfolk, we're gonna go over there to Delaware. We're gonna take a stop over there in Delaware, stop over there in Pennsylvania, and I'm a final it out in New Jersey. Okay, TV, yeah, that's wonderful, man. I'm glad you found somebody. I hope you get your truck straight. Definitely hope you get your truck straight. But we're gonna final it out over there in Newark, New Jersey. So we go ahead and get prepared for that, cause they're throwing some numbers out there, and I'm like, okay, if these numbers exist, where are they? And then once I bring the evidence, then we can do an analysis and you judge it for yourself. So like I said, I haven't forgot about the fact. I said, yeah, I got to do a lot of exposing, and this year right here, it's doing the exposing for me, because you don't see them up here flexing no more. Oh man, it's all last year. It wasn't nowhere I can go. Any social media apparatus I was on, they was up there flexing, man. Oh man, I mean eating steak and shrimp, man. I mean doing all types of live feeds. You know, I'm over here in Dubai. I'm over here in Dubai doing live feeds and stuff, trying to get people set up. about this, this new business endeavor that you're about to go into. And so it was around this time here, that's when inflation kind of hit, right? Around this time last year, that's when inflation kind of hit. So they say, well, what's the difference? What's the difference? Like well, I ain't gonna say what's the difference. What actually changed? And so here's the thing that people don't talk about, right? Here's what they don't talk about this inflation thing. Okay. Before inflation hit, a lot of your base model trucks, you could probably get them for what, about $25,000, $30,000. Okay. You know, $25,000, $30,000 base model trucks. Um, banks would banks would require banks would require that you put anywhere from 4 to 8% down. Anywhere from 4 to 8%. 8% was probably the max, right? And then of course if you had bad credit or no credit, then they probably want about 10. They probably want about 10, 12% down. Okay. So you had small down payment, but you see the banks took little risks, right? The banks just took little risks. So, if they were to somehow get the truck back, then, if they were to somehow get the truck back, but I mean, for the most part, a lot of the people were just following through. If they financed the truck, then, chances are they wasn't going to see it again. They would work with you. You go and pay the truck off. They seen the title and that was that. So when inflation hit, the same truck, they marked it up, but they knew that they was going to be getting those trucks back. And so what did they learn from 2008, from the 2008 recession? They learned that if they was going to give out product, to make sure that they made a profit from the front end and not the back end. Make the profit from the front end and not the back end, because you're going to make the profit twice. Now it doesn't matter what your credit score is, right? It doesn't matter what your credit score is. Anything that you're financing, they want 30% down. Anything you're financing now, if you got good credit, they want 30%. They want anywhere 30, 35%. If you got bad credit, they want 40, 45%. And then depends on what venue you go to and stuff, you're going to be doing 40%. Just depends, but for the most part, base model trucks now, they started out $20,000. Now they marked them up to about 70,000. They marked them up to 70,000. So if you give them 30% of, if you give 30% of, let's just say, uh, 64. If you give 30% of 64,000, I want to make sure I get this math right, because I did it in my head, but I don't want to give you the wrong figures. So these basic base model trucks are now running you about, I quoted a low figure and stuff. I'm sorry about that. I apologize. 64 if you're lucky, but most of the trucks I've seen about 75,000, um, that sort of thing there. Uh, Give me a few minutes to find this calculator. Here we go. All right, so we're gonna do 75, right? 75,000. So 75,000, and then 30% of that, that's 22.5, right? That's 22.5. So the truck was originally selling for $22,000. The truck was originally selling for 22, 25,000. So you gave them 30%. So that means that they're covered now, right? That you done paid for the truck. So that means any money that you made on the truck, that's a profit to them. All of that is a profit to them. Um, So you keep the truck. You keep the truck for over a year because people started buying the trucks and stuff around last year around this time for this marked up price. And then so you know keep the truck for about a year. So people starting to feel the burn and stuff like that. So you know they starting to turn them in the default on the loan. Um, so if your payment, so you drop 22,000. Hold up, there we go. So you drop 22,500. So you subtract that from 75,000, and that leaves you with 52,500. They leave you with 52,500. So you was probably making a payment, say 24. You probably making 2,400 truck payment a month, right? So you did that for a year. So that's 28,000. So you got 28,800, right? Plus the 22 that you dropped on them. Oh, wait a minute, that's wrong. All right, so you got 51. So you got 51,300, right? You got 51,300 total in the truck already. Okay, so you subtract that from 75, and so in another year, you have the truck paid off. You know, in another year you had the truck paid off, so you almost at the finish line, so to speak. But you know, so with the fuel price stuff going up the way it is, and being that you run off a spot market, and you're paying almost $7 a gallon for diesel fuel, and then whatever your percentage is based upon, you know, another route, if you went another route or whatever, you know. So people start to feel the burn. They saying, well, you know, I'm almost close to the finish line. I'm almost close to the finish line. So let's just say you don't quite make it over the finish line. I'm just gonna throw in the towel. So, oh, T Hill, all right. I'm gonna go ahead and throw in the towel. So they done made. So you gave them 58. You gave them 58,000 for a $22,000 truck. So they done double their profits or whatever and stuff like that. So now they just got this piece of equipment. So they're gonna take it. They're gonna sit on it because remember they're profitable now. They took this $22,000 truck. They made you put 30% down on it. So you basically bought the truck, and then you're making payments on it and stuff. You know, so um, they're profitable now. So if they're laced with product, it really doesn't make a difference because they already got their money on the front end. They already got their money on the front end, and that's at 30%. So, you know, 40%, yeah, of course, yeah, everybody's approved because the only thing you need to do is just come with the money because they ain't turning you away. They're certainly not turning you away and stuff, you know, because you showing up. Everybody's got to have at least, you got to have at least 22,000. You got to have at least 22,000, 33,000, whatever, you know, for this type of equipment. No one's getting turned away. You just got to have the money. You know, you just got to have the money. So you got the money, yeah, you go ahead and get the truck and then you figure it out for yourself. But if you default, then they ain't lost nothing. They'll just come pick the equipment up and set it to the side. And then, you know, once they got everything back, okay, well, um, how much stuff we got to put into it to resell it or whatever, you know, and then the auction opens back up and then they're selling these same trucks and stuff. Okay, well, 22,000. They're back at 22,000 now. So that's where we stand. Everybody has to come 30%, whether you got good credit, bad credit. Are the financial institutions taking the risk on these equipments? Of course, because you're paying for the equipment straight up. You're paying for the equipment off the cuff. So they ain't losing nothing. That same truck, $22,000, they marked it up, you know, with this hyperinflation. But they know that once everything kind of settles down and stuff, you know, it's a market where everybody can make money because they know they got money out there. So you're stuck holding the bag, you know, at 1% interest at 30 years. So, you know, you're gonna have to pay something. You're gonna have to pay something. But meanwhile, everybody else made their money. All this equipment that was sitting around that they couldn't sell or whatever, all thing they have to do is just say, "Oh man, it's a shortage." It's a shortage and stuff, just like the iPhones and all this other stuff. And then, just people go into a panic. They just buy everything up, and then all of a sudden, when people stop buying the stuff, then everybody's laced with the product now. It's just like what they did. I don't know if you guys into video games, but Nintendo, the company Nintendo, they're very good for this practice now and stuff. And they started this practice, and so now everybody's into it now. It used to be, when you went and purchased, when a new generation video game system came out, you just went in any store, any type of retail store, and there it was. Well, I mean, GameStop been around for a long time, but before it was GameStop, it was Electronic Boutique. But GameStop, Walmart, whatever, if the PS3 came, the PS3 came out, everybody was laced with the product and stuff. So Nintendo decided to bring out a product, but make it to where it was a shortage and stuff. They did it with the NES Mini. They did it with the Nintendo Mini. I mean, I remember when they first broadcasted and stuff. I said, "Oh man, yeah, I'm definitely gonna get one of those." But then when it came out, you couldn't find them nowhere. You couldn't find them nowhere and stuff. And so, what people did is what people do is that, when you're a consumer, you start looking around and start looking around, you can't find it, and then you go online, and now the scalpers are up, they done marked it up. You could get it for, they were selling it for what, $70, but I mean, now they up there two, three, $400. People was buying them. They were just buying them left and right and stuff. And so, the president came out, and then they said that, don't buy the video game from scalpers. And so what that meant was they was gonna go ahead and start flooding the zone with all these systems. And so um, the Super NES Mini came out. And so they did the same thing with the Super NES Mini. They brought out a small supply of them. People bought them up, but for the most part, the scalpers went, got them, marked them all up and stuff. And then all of a sudden, now everybody was selling them. You went everywhere and stuff. Any store you went to, everybody had it. Everybody had it and stuff. And so, if you was just one of those that just had to have it, you was spending about $300-$400. You spending $300-$400. So, that's what the scalpers and stuff did. But they saw this practice was very successful. So they started doing it with the Nintendo Switch. Same thing. The Nintendo Switch came out in small supply. It came out in small supply, and it was in high demand. So next thing you know, Xbox and PlayStation, they did the same thing. They wasn't selling them in the stores no more. You got to buy it online. You got to buy it online, and they was going to, distribute them in a short supply. So you still got people now waiting for their PS5s. You still got people right now waiting for their PS5s. And so, you know, they use a practice and it worked. In other words, so Nintendo was the first people to do it, and now everybody's doing it. You just can't walk up in the store now and say, "Hey, I want that new PlayStation." No, you can't. You can't do that no more. I want that new Xbox. You can't do it. They come out in a very limited supply, whatever. But for those that could get their hands on them, they go ahead and get them. They mark them up. So where the system was supposed to be 500, now you're paying $1,000. How bad did you want it? How bad do you want it? So people just sit there and pay the price. Cause I know, as a consumer, I was sitting there, man, like, good gracious, daggone, I want one bad. And I keep going online and stuff, thinking that, maybe I might find a person who is generous enough, right, to sell it at a low price. And then the other thing that I thought that I had was the advantage of going from state to state. I might look up and go in the store and I might find one. And that didn't happen either. So, but that's the whole thing about the consumer market. And so trucking is no different. Is that, um, they want to say that, trucking parts and stuff and such, They got a shortage on parts and all that other stuff there, and all they doing is just rolling out the parts and stuff as needed. Let's see who bites for the new parts and stuff today. Let's see how many people need these parts and stuff. And so, um, after they done made their money, they're just gonna be they're flush with the product and just say, okay, yeah, now you can buy a 2 for 1. Now you can buy a 2 for 1 and stuff. You want to inject this, we'll sell you the whole 6 pack. We'll sell you the whole 6 pack of injectors and stuff for, say, they probably was $300 a piece. Now you can probably get the whole thing at $1,000. Free shipping. Same thing. Turbos, just everything that you can name on truck parts and stuff. They're just gonna start, you know, once they're flush with the product and stuff, and then things gonna kind of go back to normal, so to speak. Just like, um, I don't know if guys wear masks and stuff going in stores now, but you know, I know I don't wear my mask anymore, but nobody's required. Nobody said anything to me about wearing masks, but you see, even though the rule is still out there and stuff, people still kind of going back to normal now. I went to the movies. There's people sitting down at restaurants and all the other stuff there, the social distancing and all the other stuff. That's just, I mean, it's there, but nobody's really practicing it. But I mean, when it first happened, you know, things were kind of helter skelter, so to speak. But and so this trucking thing is the same thing as that. Um, it's a trend that's kind of going on right now, but once it dies out, things go back to normal and stuff. Then that's when you're gonna find all these trucks and stuff, going back at the same normal price. All right, well, this this pre-emission truck, they selling back now $19,000, but again, you ain't got the money, so you can't go out there and purchase it because you in default from this other truck that you bought for 64, 65,000 or 75,000. So it's basically all the people that didn't make any moves or whatever that decided, okay, hey, listen, I'ma just hold on to my money that I got. I didn't go through the loans and all that stuff there. I just got my money, and I'm waiting till everything and stuff even itself out. And so yeah, hey, the auctions got all types of trucks that are out here and stuff. And so for those who got the money, okay, well, hey, um, I bought this W9 here and stuff, and they gave me a 379 for free. Buy one get one free. But you know, hey, I saved my money up, and so rest of the people they got money, but they're gonna have to put their money into. They're gonna have to put their money back into paying back those loans and stuff, right? Because they starting to get those notices and stuff in the mail, like, hey, look, we mean business. We want our money. Okay, I'm sorry about your endeavor. I'm sorry the thing didn't work or whatever, but this not one of these things where you can go and you can you can whisk it away and stuff. It's almost gonna be like student loans, so to speak. But it's kind of position and stuff there. I told people, hey, listen, hold on to what you got. Don't make a move yet. You see, things done kind of stabled out a little bit. Diesel fuel, right? There's no money on the spot market, but truth be told, it never was. It was never no money on the spot market. I don't see how, even the people that was up there that was doing it on the spot, I don't see how they was making it. You know, let's see. China opened up a port, so the spot market may be picking up soon. Okay, I mean, yeah. Um, but that spot market, man. Like I said, I've always been leery of it. I've always been leery of it and stuff. I don't know for the people who just do it continuously. I just don't know how in the world they've been surviving off of it, man. I mean, that dude makes sense. That guy makes sense and stuff. That other guy that's down there, They got that other W9, that white W9 and stuff. I mean, that's all he do, just run off the spot market. And I'm like, man, dude, I don't see how in the heck you're making it off that dashboard. I don't. I mean, even with before things got the way it was, I just didn't see it. I'm like, no contracts, no nothing. You go up there and you're getting these lows, and you're saying that they're paying this amount, they're paying that amount, but I mean, for somebody who's run the spot market, I just don't see it. I just don't see it. It's like, you're trying to make something make sense that's not there. You know. Yeah, right, right. I mean, they don't pay and stuff because it's it's too many people that's out there. It's too many people that's out there and stuff, especially now. They're either doing it because of some kind of strategy, or they're just simply doing it to try to they're simply doing it because their operational costs, they can make it work. Some people can make it work. Some people can make it work. I'm starting to see a lot of guys from California now and stuff, two people to a truck now. I'm starting to see a lot of them guys and stuff come out of there. And so I'm like, those situations there. I mean, it's kind of tough to compete. I find it weird that all the rates drop all of a sudden across the whole country, and it's like someone's controlling the rates and flipping the switch. Right. Well, you see, the when when the fuel goes up, the lows and stuff don't usually follow to like much later. So we was at, a couple months ago, we was at what, about $3 a gallon, right? We was at $3 a gallon, then it just shot up. It just shot up, man. So it went from 4 to 5, and so now it's kind of stabilizing at around 6.5, right? It's stabilizing at 6.5 and stuff, and it done it so quickly. So the rates are going up and stuff a little bit. They're going up a little bit, but what they don't want to do is they don't want to match the rates with the fuel, and then the fuel just drops all of a sudden. The fuel goes back down to $3 a gallon, and now they paying big bank for loads that don't match up with the fuel. Because best believe if the fuel goes down, let's see what say they're making it by lying on YouTube and using YouTube checks to get by. Well, yeah, that's and hey, I mean, yeah, and to each his own. I mean, hey, if they know, if they got their channel monetized and stuff. Hold up, first I better go back to what I was talking about. When the fuel goes up, the rate goes up a little bit. It goes up a little bit, right? And so, if fuel stabilizes right now at about 6, and it stays that way, then yeah, you'll probably see a hike. I ain't gonna say a hike, but you'll see the rates and stuff increase. Now, if the fuel ever drops, right? If it ever drops and say, like right now we're doing 6.5. So if it drops and then it stabilizes back at like 5 or 4, something like that, yeah, if it just goes back to 5, they're gonna instantly drop the rates. They're gonna drop them instantly. You're gonna instantly feel it. So it goes up some, but not a lot. And so if you're not prepared, you're really gonna feel the burn. So if you're a type of person where if you did a lot of deadheading to go get loads and stuff, if you was deadheading like 200-300 miles, all that stuff got cut out real quick. All that stuff got cut out real quick, and so Now you can't do it. You can't afford to do it. That's why I'm still out here on this road now. I was calling myself trying to go home, and I was calling myself trying to go home and stuff. I was 551 miles away. I need 100 gallons of fuel. I'm like, dude, there's no way I'm about to put $600 in this truck just to go to the house. I ain't doing it. I'll work my way to the house. I'm not doing that, man. Not $600 just to go home. You know. So um so yeah. So that's the deal there and stuff with the rates is that they're gonna go up as long as fuel stabilizes where it is and it doesn't it doesn't fall. So but if they somehow get this thing worked out right with this fuel and it drops down, then yeah, the rates and stuff they're gonna instantly start knocking out about $200-300 off the load. Like, hey man, listen, fuel is going down, and so that's the deal there. So let's see. So the YouTube thing, if you know how to monetize, if you know how to monetize this, you know, if you can monetize your stuff and keep your views up, then yeah, you'll do okay. You'll do okay for the most part. If you're not, if you don't add a lot of other stuff to it, if you don't increase your lifestyle or whatever, then yeah, YouTube can be very lucrative and stuff. In fact, I mean, if you got your channel set up correctly, the algorithms and stuff would just push people over there to your channel. It was doing that for several people and stuff. I remember a couple years ago, it was doing it for this guy named Bruce Wilson. It was doing it for Bruce Wilson, man. I mean, I didn't even know the cat. Don't know the dude or whatever. I just watched. I forgot who videos I was watching, but then they always kept requesting Bruce Wilson. Hey, look, check this guy out, Bruce Wilson. So that's the guy that was doing the cab overs and stuff like that. So then it was pushing Bruce Wilson, then another guy named Gene Autry. It was Bruce Wilson, then Gene Autry, um, then it pushed me to make sense. It pushed me to make sense and stuff, and so um, that's where the algorithms was pushing me at. And then the feature on the phone is that if the it would I ain't gonna say it will make you watch the video, but it would show that the video was watched by you. So, you know, there you go. But that was the thing there and stuff, man. They kept, the algorithms kept pushing me to um those three guys there and stuff, especially Bruce Wilson. I'm like, good gracious, man. I don't even have to type this guy's stuff in. And so every time he dropped a video, it was always in the recommended feed. And so I checked my history and it showed that I watched his channel. So um yeah. And so they done did some great things and stuff on their channel now and stuff. I mean, well, I ain't gonna say, yeah, I guess great things and stuff. I mean, but that's how it is, boy. The YouTube algorithms, well, they send you over there to them. They send you over there to certain folk and stuff, man. And it's like, you know, it's kind of got a grip now and stuff. Like, I mean, a very very long time ago, it used to do Trucker Brown. I don't know why. I don't know why it didn't. You know, it would recommend Trucker Brown so much I never even had to subscribe to him. It's just okay. He dropped something, there it is. Trucker Brown. Let's see, the Wright brothers, same thing. It will push me to them two guys there and stuff, and so and then all of a sudden it just stopped. It didn't do it no more. And I mean, and his channel got big. He got 94. He probably got 100,000 subscribers now and stuff, but it never comes up recommended anymore. Um, so yeah, but Like I was saying, I haven't forgotten about them. I haven't forgotten about them and stuff. I said I'm definitely gonna go over there and pay him a visit. But it's just, for a person to come in here to this trucking thing, and then try to make stuff exist when it don't. And don't get me wrong, yeah, you can make $400,000 or $500,000, and you can run. Yeah, you can make $400,000 or $500,000. I mean, 400,000 to make 400,000 a year. You just need what, 70? You need 75 gross. You need 75 gross a week for 52 weeks to make 400,000. And so it's if you have the consistency, then yeah, you can easily make it if you got the consistency. You know. Now, if you don't have it, then there's another problem. See, like I said, 400,000. I mean, that's 400,000. That's okay. 300,000. That's okay too. They're talking about 350,000. I mean, it's all right. It's all right. It ain't great, but you're doing better. You're doing better than most. You're doing better than most and stuff. I say the numbers impressive to me when you start doing when you got it around when you got around 700,000. That's when it's impressive. Can you do it with one truck? Absolutely. You can do it with one truck. Hey, appreciate y'all getting them likes up too, man. I appreciate that. It's possible to get it with one truck, but I'm gonna tell you what you're not gonna be doing. You're not going on vacation. You're not going on vacation. You ain't doing no beachfront. You ain't doing no beachfront videos. None of that stuff there. Everything you're gonna be doing is be consistent right here in this truck. Now, if you get it the first year, yeah, I guess you can kind of take it easy on the second year. But you ain't gonna be sitting there talking about you making three, 400, you making 400,000, and then you sitting at the house. You sitting there making videos and stuff at the house, and you talking about you made 300, 400,000. No, you ain't doing that. You ain't doing that and stuff. That's why I say majority of my videos, most of the time where y'all see me at, sitting right here in this front seat, because you sit there, you do the numbers. You run certain lanes and stuff like that. And you trying to tell me, okay, I'm over here in a maxed out lane, and somehow you're making $3,000, $4,000 more off this same lane. I'm just not seeing it. Okay, who did you talk to? Where you getting the lows from? I'm not trying to blow your spot up. I'm just trying to go over there and stuff and see what is it I'm doing wrong, so I can go over here and talk to the people that I'm talking to and say, hey man, listen, um, this is what the going rate is over here. So how you running me, that ain't cutting it. This is what the average is and stuff. Every time I talk to somebody, they always doing things, $2,000 and $3,000 more than what I'm doing it for. Okay, all right, so I'm screwing up. I'm screwing up and stuff. Even though I'm going over there and looking at the load tenders, I'm looking at the load tenders and stuff and doing the math. It's like, oh, they got these super loads out here. They got these super contracts that's up here. What's up? They got these super contracts up here that these guys and stuff are running, and these guys are running. Yeah, if you get over here in this lane here, yeah. See, this is where the money and stuff is. Okay, then you go over there, you're looking for it, and you can't find it. Oh, it's a secret. How much of a secret is it? How much of a secret is it and stuff? I say, oh, okay, I get what it is. It's a secret based upon fantasy. That Hogwarts. It's that Hogwarts and stuff. It's the Wizard of Oz, the land of make believe type stuff. That's what that is, then stuff. Because I'm running it, and I'm saying this is the maximum I can get right here. This is the maximum I can get. I mean, I'm sitting over here. Hey, man, if I could take any little thing I can get, if I can get any little thing out of it, and I'm doing it every single time. Okay, listen, they offering me a load of stuff. And, man, dude, I'm gonna need about another $500 on that and stuff, man. I just throw that out there every time and stuff. I mean, it's contracted. It's contracted consistent freight. So man, like, dude, I'm coming from over here, man. Listen, I need about, come come on, man, I need about another 500 on that stuff, like, and see if I can give them the budge. See if I can give them the budge and stuff, and they gonna budge how much. But I know they ain't gonna throw another thousand. I know they ain't throwing another 1,000 up there, another 2,000 up there. Like, man, no. It's a maxed out lane. So where's all this money coming from? You running this and they saying, oh, it's paying $3,000 and you just staying in the city? Like, okay, all right, help me make it make sense. And so it's like it's a normal load. It's a normal load under normal condition. There, you just pick it up and you deliver it and bam, you got $3,000. You just went right up the street. Okay, yeah. I'm picking it up. Just 15 minutes worth of work and stuff, man. You made 3 grand. Oh man, shoot, man, I'm gonna be running this all week. Okay, all right, cool. Oh, it's these super low. That's just my connect right there. That's just my connect. And then I'm saying, like, if it's your connect, then what is it that you offering to them to make them pay this amount of money when they know that they got people out here that's doing it far more less? I could just, you know, I could just find somebody that don't know what they doing and just offer them $300-400, and they just taking it. It's not like all of us are on code and consistently saying, okay, yeah, if this what pays 3 grand, what do I have to get you to do it for? Yeah, well, 3 grand. So everybody's holding their own right here on this rate, and they're making people pay this stuff out. Like, no, they're not doing it. You know, they're not doing that and stuff. I mean, back in 2020, we were supposed to be boycotting TQL and CH Robinson and all that stuff there. That's all, man. Yeah, boycott them, boycott them. Okay, all right, you boycotting them, and yet everybody's still running off the spot market. Okay, where you getting lows from? Still calling TQL. They still getting stuff moved. TQL wasn't in any kind of panic. They wasn't saying, "Oh man, where all the trucks at? Where all the trucks at?" and stuff. Same people tell them, "Are you gonna shut down? Yeah, you gonna shut down and stuff because we're supposed to be striking." Okay, yeah, yeah, I'm gonna shut down and stuff like that. And then meanwhile, you blowing past me and stuff, right? On your way to go pick up a load. I'm over here shutting down and stuff because we supposed to be in unison and making sure that the industry is made better for us, and you still out there on the road like ain't nothing going on. Yeah, yeah, Rooster Shoal is dumb for sitting there shutting his truck down for 3 days. Sitting in the truck stop looking for folk and can't find. Oh, I was in DC. I was in DC and stuff, man. I ain't see nobody over there in Washington, DC. You couldn't even make it to DC. Yeah, we was over there on the loop and stuff, shutting things down over there. Yeah, okay, all right. And then I put some eyes on the ground and stuff. Hey, man, you see some trucks out there on the 495? Yeah, but they all got loads. Yeah, they supposed to be out there bobtailing and stuff, man. Oh, no, I don't see none of that. Yeah, everybody I see and stuff, man, got a wagon behind them, loaded. Reefer running. That flatbed and stuff, man, got some lumber, some steel and stuff on it. That dry van got some seals and locks and stuff on it. So I mean, you can only assume that they loaded. Like, hey, man, they ain't shutting nothing down over here. What are you doing over here? The truck stop shut down like a dummy. Yeah, we doing all these freedom rides and all this stuff. Yeah, we doing this freedom ride, and we supposed to be meeting up over here in this location. Then you go over there and ain't nobody there. It's just you and a couple other drivers and stuff that believe in that same nonsense. Everybody else done got loaded up, going out here making all types of money. And then you want me to believe that they're just running your truck specifically, your truck for this amount of money to do this amount of work in this cutthroat industry. You want me to believe that? I'm out here every single day. Out here with all this research every single day. And you telling me that you somehow got this lane that nobody knows about, that I can't find, this mysterious broker that I can't find and stuff, right? You over here running for him. And I'm over here and stuff, man, reading newspaper articles, guys going over here running up in places, running up in places, threatening to kill folk and even killing folk behind their money because they ain't got paid. But they just doing you differently than all the rest of us out here. You know, that nonsense and stuff there. I said, man, I just get so sick and tired of it. And I just wish people would stop. I just wish people would stop saying it. It's like, okay, you got some kind of program, and the program works specifically for you. And if everybody comes over there to your program, right, then we'll all get the information. We'll all get the information in this particular program that you got set up because you got all the answers. Okay. All right. So then I go over there and try to look for your business and I can't find you. Where you at? Oh man, we doing all this type of networking and stuff, man. Because of the network that I have, I can go over here and get trailers and get trucks and this sort of thing here. Okay, what you got this super credit now? You got this super credit now because I mean, hey, I got the same. I thought money talks and BS walks, so I got money. Let's go over here and stuff and purchase some equipment. Let's do a collaboration, right? Two heads are better than one. I mean, I'm a thinking mind, you a thinking mind. Let's collaborate and put our notes together and see if what we have is enough to push this thing a little bit further. So I'm looking for you. You can find me, but I can't find you. You looking for, I can't find you, but you can find me. Because I'm telling the truth. Hey, no, I don't have an office. I'm a one truck, one trailer operation, but that's truthful. You see, where I'm at in my business, that's truthful. Okay. You supposedly have a business. Okay, well then let's sit down and do a collaboration. I'm not going over here to hang out and play video games with you. I want to talk business. So let's get in this business setting. You ain't got one. I don't want to sit in your car and I don't want to go to your house. I want to go to your place of business. You see that brick and mortar business that you supposedly have. Now I ain't going to your house because you can just shut that down. You can just shut that down and stuff. I don't need to be showing up at your house. Your house ain't your place of business. That's where you do things personally. That's where your children and your wife and stuff are. I'm not going there. I ain't got no reason to be going to somebody's house. Your place of business, that's something different because see now you can't be talking about any type of funny type stuff going on. We're in a business setting. What did we talk about the whole time? We talked about business. We talked about business. I'm not going to your house. I don't play that stuff. Going to folk houses and stuff, man. I don't even like going to my own family's house and stuff. Okay. Hey, you gonna spend time over here? No, I'm gonna come in here, say what I got to say and stuff like that, show my face a little bit, then after that I'm gone. Well, you can spend the night here, we got a room for you. No, that's why they got motels. Because I'm gonna stay there. Something get missing, something get messed up or whatever and everything, then you sitting over here looking at me. Oh, man, shoot, he did go use the bathroom last and all that stuff there. All that nonsense and stuff, man, sitting in folk houses. No, man. Let's go to your place of business. Let's sit down in there. Start talking over the facts and figures. In your house, man. No, I ain't going to your house. Go to your place of business. You ain't got one? Well then shoot. I guess all right, well I guess we'll meet at some restaurant or something like that. Some kind of business setting, but you talking about going to your house. It's too easy. It's too easy and stuff, man, to sit there, this whole flexing thing and stuff. You're not impressing me because you show up with you showing up with a Rolls Royce or a Lamborghini. If you sat there and you grinded that first year and you made that $300,000, $400,000, then yeah, you can get that Rolls Royce and that Lamborghini. If you did your stuff right and you turned your paperwork in the right way, yeah, nobody's gonna turn you down. Nobody's turning you down if you sat there and put the pedal to the metal on the first year. But I ain't seeing that. See, that's the thing you don't talk about and stuff. Yeah, you can dress all nice on the second year, but the first year you ain't telling people. Hey, you had to grind. You was out there in that truck. You was out there in that truck 24/7, 365. That first year, you had a whole year of great consistency, and that's how you made it. That second year, that's what That's where all the stuff came from. That's where the Lamborghini came from, the Rolls Royce and stuff like that. You know, the nice clothes and and all the vacation and all that stuff there. Yeah, if you run hard the first year and you take care of everything like you take care of, then yeah, the second year you can get out there and you can do that stuff. I'm not impressed with that because you telling me that you never did any of that stuff. You just went, you got a one truck, one trailer, and you just ran like normal. You ran like normal, and you home every weekend. You home every weekend, home every day. Made $400,000 doing these super loads. Where do they exist at? Because I mean, I'm looking for them. You the only one that's doing it. No, man, it's something else to it. You went out there on the grind. The first year you stayed off social media. You stayed off social media. You got that truck, you got that trailer, and you put it in the wind. Every single thing that you can get, you put it in the wind and stuff. And when you got what you needed, you turned your stuff in. You fix your credit. You fix that credit the way it's supposed to be fixed up. You know, you got a nice portfolio standing behind you because you made 400,000 or 500,000 that first year. Nobody's gonna turn you down. Nobody's turned you down. You talking about in the first year you did everything straight on the first year. Man, get the heck out of here. But I don't see them flexing no more and stuff. You know, where all them trips you supposed to been going to Italy and you supposed to been going to Italy and Dubai and all these other places and stuff like that. I ain't seeing that now. You know, those pictures done fade. You know, every now and again I might see you, but you over here. You know, you over here this weekend and stuff in some club where, you know, I thought it's supposed to been a regular thing going to France and you know, you supposed to be going to France and the United Kingdom and all this other stuff here. You know, why you ain't doing it this year? What happened? What happened to all that flexing that you was doing back in 2021? And that was the only time you did it. I ain't see it in 2020. I ain't see it in 19. I ain't see it in 18. 2021, they was doing all that flexing. Okay, y'all gonna do the same thing. You know, I thought you supposed to be going to the Swiss Alps. You going to the Swiss Alps and stuff, man. What happened? Those private planes and stuff, man. What happened all of a sudden? I know what happened. You back in the truck on that grind, getting that consistency. Okay. You're gonna see if you can turn you another 400,000 and so, you know, next year, that next year and stuff, 2023, okay, yeah, I'm going back to Italy and France and you know, all these other places in Dubai and you know, you're gonna see me driving the latest Porsche and stuff like that because you out there grinding now. You just hope nobody see you. You just hoping nobody see you and stuff, and that's cool. But you done blowed your spot up and stuff now, so I mean, I'm just saying, I got to come over there and see you, talk to you and stuff. Okay, where's all these great places, you know, these great things and stuff that you have? This great palace of workmanship, and these super contracts that you have. That everybody's they just dying to come over here and run off your authority. Okay, yeah, well, let's see what kind of rates you got. Let's see what kind of things you got going on. You know, people you got a whole waiting list and stuff of people trying to run off your authority. Okay, these own operators coming up and running off your authority. You know, they got their own equipment, but you know, they can go get their own authority, but your authority seems to be the super authority. You know, your authority is the greatest authority of all authorities. Okay, well, we about to see that. Or what I'm going to see is the same thing that all of us and stuff are going through. It's just a normal contract. You're just a normal business person out here trying to make things and stuff work. And that's okay. That's all I'm saying. I'm just trying to get this land of make believe out of folks' heads and stuff and get you back in the game of understanding that hey, this is trucking right here. You're gonna have to put in some hard work, you know. If you trying to make those numbers, I ain't saying that you can't make the numbers. Or what I am saying is that if you're a type of person that you got to be home every day and off every weekend, you're not gonna make those numbers. You're gonna make some numbers, but not nothing compared to the numbers that you're trying to make. You're not gonna do that being home every weekend, home every day. You can still do the job, but just cut this nonsense out. Talking about, man, you making $300,000, $400,000. You know, you're lucky if you cover. You're lucky if you make 100,000. Heck, you're lucky if you make 60,000, and that's okay. I'm just saying, just miss me with all that nonsense and stuff, man. You're not impressing me with that Bentley. I want to see what your business look like. You impress me with your business. I don't care what you drive. You know, mesmerize me with that, with them contracts and stuff. And I said, man, yeah, I tell you, I'll break my neck to get over there and stuff. 'Cause I sure like to get under that authority and stuff and pull these super contracts and cut out this nonsense and stuff that I'm in. Let's see what you got. I guess y'all ain't got. Let's see, Landstar got all the loads right now. Do Landstar have all the loads right now? I don't know. I don't hear too many people talking about Landstar anymore. In fact, I don't. You know what? I don't even hear that. That's something that's disappeared and stuff. I don't see too many contractors over there talking about Landstar. Oh man, Landstar is the greatest place. Landstar, Mercer. I don't see too many contractors talking about those outfits anymore. It used to be, man, shoot, every time you turn around. Oh man, Landstar. That was, man, every contract that worked for Landstar. I used to I used to sit there and joke about Calvin with that and stuff. Shout out to Calvin off the top rope. But I used to joke with him a lot of stuff. He doesn't even talk about him anymore. In fact, you know what? No, he hasn't. He hasn't talked about him and stuff. I mean, at least no, I haven't seen, not with any videos and stuff. I haven't seen him talk about that. But yeah, Landstar. I don't hear Landstar. Let's see. I haven't seen Landstar payday video. Yeah, I haven't seen them. I haven't seen Landstar. I haven't seen Mercer. Um, who else is another company? Um, I haven't seen VL and stuff. But that the only person that was doing that was Trucker named Jay. You know, Trucker named Jay. If you know, rest in power. Um, but yeah, yeah, I haven't seen what's that other place? You know what? And now that I think about it, I haven't seen anybody saying too much about any place. Um, yeah. So I guess the message and stuff has been received is that it's six in one hand, half a dozen in the other. If you're going in this lease program, get what you got to get for as long as you can get and move to the next step. Them Russian lease drivers. No, I haven't been seeing any of them and stuff posting anything. And in fact, they've been very low key. They've been very low key and stuff. It's I guess with the events of everything that's going on, they don't want to bring too much attention to themselves. But I haven't been seeing, a lot of them Chicago companies. I ain't been seeing that. Just nobody's been getting up there and talking about, oh man, this is the ultimate outfit. It's just, you post something and that's it. It's ugly all around the board. Yeah, yeah, absolutely. Yeah, absolutely and stuff. And I mean, that's just the truth of the matter and stuff is that, I mean, you know, I'm glad a lot of people are just knocking this nonsense and stuff out, trying to make this truck in the world of make believe, where you could just come over here and all dreams can be come true. You just get in the truck and once you sit in and stuff, you just paid. You just making all types of money, just money going everywhere. You know, it's just, yeah, you can make the money, but it's a lot of work involved in it. It's a lot of work involved in it, man. You're not gonna be at the house. It's not gonna be a pretty picture. You know, it's not gonna be a pretty picture, man. You want to go home, can't go home. Like, good gracious, like, man, just it costs too much to go to the house. You know, I'd have stayed brand new house and stuff, man. I'd have stayed in the motel. I done stayed in this motel and stuff more than I stayed in my own house. You know, it's too expensive to go home. That's the reality. Yeah, I want to go home. You know, got my furniture and stuff in there, just parlay and see how everything look. But dude, I can't do it if I got to pay $600-700 just to go to the house, and I ain't got nothing in between there. You know, um, but same thing. If I'm gonna make these trips a reality and stuff, man, I gotta save my money. That's being truthful and honest. Gotta save that money up, man. If I'm talking about going to these places, H Town, Dallas, um, up to Chicago, down to Atlanta, stuff like that. Plane tickets ain't cheap. I get a rental car and stuff. I'm still paying $4 a gallon for gas. You know, I don't know. I might try something different. Do like what God, now I forgot his name. SoCal. Yeah, I'm gonna do what SoCal did. I'm gonna rent me a Tesla. I'm gonna rent me a Tesla and stuff, man, and see what's the deal on that. Do something different. These gas prices stuff, man, just shoot, $4 a gallon is still outrageous. But anyhow, I guess it is what it is and stuff. So, well, ladies and gentlemen, we're gonna go ahead and conclude tonight's program. I'd like to thank y'all for hanging in here with me. It sound more like I was rambling and stuff, and that's what it was. It was more rambling than anything. I dropped a little science, but I'll do better. I promise you I will. So, um, if you guys need to get in contact with me, my contact information is on my YouTube channel. Just look that up. Text me first. Let me know who you are. Let me know what the information is that's pertaining to. Keep it about trucking for as much as you can. I'll let you know when I'm able to get up with you so that we can break down in some constructive dialogue. And so, with that being said, check me out on Instagram, which is Rhode Island Red Rooster 22. Rhode Island Red Rooster 22 on Instagram. If you ain't following me, why not? Don't y'all want to know about your Freightliner Cascadias? Because that's all I'm posting up there. All the latest, greatest information, news that you can use about your Freightliner Cascadia, my 2013. And that's it. So that concludes tonight's program. My name is the one, the only, that beautiful Rhode Island Red Rooster. Telling you as always, continue to do your own research, fact finding studies. Honest on your skills every day. Till next time we talk, next time we meet, be safe, be easy, peace out.